Hi guys, it's JT, and before we get started on this webinar, I just wanted to give you a few suggestions, ground rules, and kind of let you know what to expect. First of all, you have a fabulous host, which by the way is me, and we're going to show you tonight an exciting opportunity that may or may not be for you. This presentation is packed with lots of valuable information, and if you stay to the end, we have a gift for you. So make sure you stay to the end. And I really want you to get a lot out of this. This presentation is only a little under an hour. I'm going to try and keep it under an hour because I know that's a long time for you to sit in one place. And you might want to get a pen and a piece of paper and take some notes. Definitely close out all your social media. Don't take any calls. Let your family know you're busy. Whatever you need to do, really stay focused on what you're going to see here tonight. And if you do that, you're going to get a clear understanding of what I do, and you're going to be able to make a decision. Is this right for you? Oh, there I am. That's not the best picture of me, but it is me. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have built and sold many businesses. In 2008, 2009, I was in real estate, owned a property management company where I managed 187 doors. We closed an average of about 16 transactions a month in real estate. So we were doing very, very well, and or my company was. And with the crash of the real estate market, I lost it all. I mean, I really hit rock bottom. I thought that this was the end. I actually even tried to kill myself, which is kind of a sobering thought. But then my wife came into the hospital when I was admitted and said, "What are you doing? You got 3 beautiful little girls at home. You can't do this. You got to be here for them." So that's why I'm here, guys. That's why I'm still here. That's why I'm still kicking. And that's why I love this business so much for my kids. What this business provides is incredible. And I'm not going to say too much about it here because we're really going to go into some great detail. This is a little video I like to show at the beginning of my webinars just to kind of get everybody excited, get your energy up, and get you in the mood, and give you an idea of what network marketing really is and how big of an industry it is. And I think this next video really does a good job of that. So without anything else, sit back, relax, and watch this next video, and then I'll be back.
The world is changing faster than ever. What used to take decades is now taking years or even months.
What you see right now is the illusion that people have had for many decades about the workplace being this secure place to work the rest of your life.
For the first time in the history of our nation, our children will not do as well as us.
We've seen our friends get laid off. We've been laid off. We've had our pay cut.
People are overworked and underpaid. They seem to have less time and less freedom. They live under constant pressure.
This is going to be forced. And so even if your employer loves you, they may have to cut you. There's something wrong that on Monday morning, the heart attack rate increases by 35%.
Technology is accelerating, job security is declining. It just doesn't seem like the old models of making a living are as reliable as they used to be.
Every aspect of our lives, there's a better way out there, but we're still doing it the old way.
We live in the greatest country on the planet, and there are a lot of people sitting around complaining and being cynical.
Like everyone's whining about this old model, and I'm like, why don't you leave it? Look at all this over here. Look at all this opportunity.
Since so much of our lives revolve around our work and the way we make our living, many people are thinking there just has to be a better way.
The biggest challenge facing our world today is not making money, is what are we going to do with all the displaced, unemployed people?
People are afraid that they're going to make the wrong decision. People are afraid of the unknown. People are afraid that maybe I don't have the skills.
Hey, sports fans, industrial age is over. It's dead. It's dying. That's why going to school to get a job is an obsolete idea. A steady paycheck is an industrial age idea.
Wow, is everybody pumped up now? Ready to hear about this fantastic opportunity that may or may not be for you? Well, let's jump right in. Opportunity is everywhere, guys. Can you see it? You see, scientific studies show that your subconscious mind takes in 2 million bits of information every second. Now, that is too much information for your conscious mind to comprehend. So your conscious mind actually filters out that information down to 164 bits of information. And if you take a look at that, 164 bits of information out of 2 million means what bits of information are you filtering out? Opportunity is everywhere. And the difference between you seeing it and not seeing it is your perspective. And your perspective is shaped by your attitude. And I love that when W. Clement Stone and Napoleon Hill wrote a book about positive mental attitude, and I may refer to this later, but PMA, or negative mental attitude, which is NMA. Now, PMA allows you to filter and only see the positive aspects of what's going on. And NMA filters and only allows you to see the negative side of things. So ask yourself this question before we get started. Do you normally see what's good in the people around you? Or are you normally gossiping and talking about what's bad in the people around you? Just something to think about and hopefully open your mind a little bit to this opportunity. Now, my business may or may not be for you, right? I mean, I have no idea. I probably don't even know who you are. But I do know my business, and I do know that it can be an incredible opportunity, and it is my obligation and my responsibility to share this opportunity with as many people as I can. Now, the only way for you to find out if this is right for you or not is to take a closer look at what I do. So here we go. My business can help you save money on your taxes. If that sounds good to anybody, just go into the chat box right now and make a comment. Just say, yes, awesome, JT, you're the best. Saving money on your taxes by having a home business may be the only reason you get into this business. You may never make $1 million a year like some of us in this business, but if you saved money on taxes, would it be worth it to get into this business? It just might be. Now, one of the coolest effects of running a home-based business like this is you can stop worrying about layoffs. Because even if you continue to work full-time as you're building this business, which a lot of people do, what you're doing is creating a additional source of revenue or income that is residual. It comes every month. In fact, in this company, ASEA, you get paid every Friday. And think about how that would change your life, not having to worry if you were going to have a job, if your position was still going to be filled next week. And it might actually change how you perform in your job too, which could result in, increased salary, more responsibility, bigger benefits, a higher paid position. Just something to think about. Now, my business can also help secure your early retirement. And this is, again, that residual income that we're talking about. You see, there's two types of incomes, guys. There's linear income and there's residual income. And there's leveraged income. And the difference between that leveraged income and linear income is linear income is you trading your time for money. And the one thing you can never get back is time. And the one thing you can never buy more of is time. So if you're earning linear income, meaning you're working at a job, then you are getting paid for the hours you work. And that's it. No more. And you are eventually going to run out of time. And if you want more money, you got to work more, which means spending less time doing the things that you probably love a lot more than your work. Now, my business can also get rid of that pesky student loan debt. You see, the traditional model is we do good in school, in high school, all through grade school, and then we go to college in hopes of getting a job. But when we leave college, what nobody ever talks about is we have this debt burden we call student loans. So now before I work one day in my new job, I have a mountain of debt. And I got to start digging this down. What if while you were going to school to prepare to get that career job, you actually had a business like this that paid you every Friday, and you could pay that debt while you didn't have to make payments on it, and then maybe when you graduated at the end of 4 years, all that debt would be gone. And guess what? Not only could the debt be gone, but you would continue to get paid. Sounds cool, right? Now, another thing my business will allow you to do is make a full-time income working part-time hours from home. You see, on the front end, when you start to learn the process and the business and the systems that we've created for you, and we have really simplified it. But there's still a lot of work to be done. On the front end, you're going to do a lot of work. But as you get into this business, what you'll find is you can actually create a full-time income only working a few hours a day. And a lot of those times are you're out on the beach or out on the town or at the baseball game networking with people. And I don't know about you, but I don't really consider that to be working. Another benefit that my business can give you is you can feel good about spending more quality time with your kids. I have 3 beautiful little girls at home. And the reason I'm in a business like the one I'm in right now is because I enjoy nothing more than going to their plays, going to their recitals, going to their gymnastics meets. You see, I always thought I'd have 9 boys. I'm a big-time baseball player. Still play every Sunday. And I always thought I'd have this baseball team. And then I had 3 beautiful little girls. I was blessed with 3 beautiful little girls that are super talented. They want almost nothing to do with sports, which is okay. That took me some getting used to. But I spend so much time with them. And I am always at whatever it is they're doing. And that's one of the most beautiful benefits of my business. Another one is, kids are really important to me. And being a hands-on dad and mom is so important. I can't even stress it to you. My wife's been teaching for 16 years, and she teaches in a Title I school. And what that is it's a low-income school. So 70% of the families there live on welfare. And the biggest thing that she's noticed over her 16 years of teaching there is that those parents don't really spend any or very much quality time with their kids. They're so worried about working their 2 jobs or whatever it is that they're doing aside from parenting, because they don't have any of that extra income and they don't go out on vacation, they don't go for trips. A lot of them don't even leave the town that they're in. And that's all because they don't have the money to do that. So although if they're at home collecting a welfare check, they're probably spending time with their kids. It's just not quality time, and they're not really doing a lot of hands-on parenting because they're so worried about money. Now, another thing is that a lot of people like is when they first start in this business, they're usually working at part-time in the spare cracks of time, and then what they find is one day they get to walk in and tell their boss, I quit. I'm done. My part-time income has now become full-time income, and I just want to go be a parent. I just want to travel. I just want to see stuff. And it's incredible. It's a really empowering day when you can do that and you can walk away from a full-time job. It's awesome. The other thing my business can do is help you make more money so you feel secure that you're going to be able to retire more comfortably. You see, a lot of us, not only do we work full-time, but we go to all these extra courses and seminars and education classes on investing and retirement and how you do this. And the reason we do that is because we think we need a bigger retirement nest egg, so that we can live or continue to live our lifestyle that we've become accustomed to even after we retire. In the traditional model, it says you work for 40 years so that you can live on 40% of your income, and somehow that's supposed to work. I mean, I can't even fathom that. How could that possibly work? You work for 40 years to retire so you can live on 40% of the income you were living on while you were working. And now you have so much free time, you're going to start spending more money, but you're only making 40%, so now you got to go be a greeter at Walmart or something. I mean, it makes no sense to me. So instead of taking those two options, when you get into a business like this and you build it, that residual income, it just keeps coming. It doesn't matter if you're working or not. It doesn't matter if you're on the golf course or whatever. And it just keeps coming. So it's incredibly powerful. And you don't have to worry about that retirement because you know you're going to have this income, whether you're working or not. So you could be retired now and get this income and occasionally tell somebody about this business and make more income. It's fantastic. Again, and I really like to stress this, guys, but this business can help you be home with your kids so you never have to feel guilty for not being there when they need you the most. You see, in that 40-40 model, you're working almost the entire time your kids are growing up. If not the entire time they're in your house. So why not get into a business where you can be home with them and help them in their development and give them a better chance to succeed? What about feeling the pride of being able to send your kids to the very best schools that money can buy? One of the most fantastic decisions my wife and I ever made was to send our kids to a performing arts school. And I will tell you, not only are they actively involved in the arts and music and dance and gymnastics and singing and theater, but they're also so much more creative, and they do a lot better in their other classes because they're so excited about going to school. I mean, you can't even put a price tag on that, what that does for the development of your kids. And if you don't know, get into the business. I'll teach you how to make a ton of money. Put your kids in those schools and you will see the difference. I've done a lot of talking, so we're going to take a little break here. I want you to see just a quick video about ASEA, the company, so that you can kind of get a feel for who they are. We haven't even talked about them at all, but ASEA is the company that allows my business to run, and they pay me for referring other people to this business and for referring their products. So check them out right here.
It's your time. What are you doing with it? Are you impacting lives? Are you doing what you love? Do you feel fulfilled? At the end of the day, you're either building your dream or you're working for someone else building theirs. If you're ready to be in charge of your own financial future, it's time to introduce you to a remarkable company called ASEA. You can own your own thriving business, backed by a rapidly growing international direct sales company. A company bringing science-based products to market that are truly one of a kind. Profitable from year one, ASEA has a seasoned executive team that runs a financially stable operation.
At ASEA, we give our associates the opportunity to make a living by making a difference. With one of the most generous compensation plans in the entire industry, one that offers associates at any stage of their business the ability to realize their financial goals and dreams.
Wasn't that fantastic, guys? What an incredible video right there. And it really is powerful. But that just kind of introduced you to ASEA. Let's talk about their skincare line, which is the Renew Advanced Skincare System. This is something that a lot of my clients and customers really get excited about. So let's check it out now.
Everyone is born with smooth, resilient skin. Your skin cells provide the fingerprint for this original beauty. Youthful skin cells have great communication skills with redox signaling molecules that enable healthy, consistent renewal. Over time, redox signaling declines, communications break down, and youthful renewal slows to a crawl. By age 50, it can take upwards of 90 days, at least 200% decrease. The result is visibly aging skin. Healthy, youthful skin doesn't need to be a thing of the past. Introducing Renew Advanced, the first and only redox signaling anti-aging face care system. Get your best skin back in just 3 simple steps. The first step is cleanse. Gentle refining cleanser tones and hydrates as it washes away dirt, oil, and impurities, prepping your skin for redox signaling products. The second step is repair. Start with Renew 28 Revitalizing Redox Gel, the everywhere skin therapy with redox signaling molecules for smooth, toned skin. Apply intensive redox serum to specific trouble areas. This ultra-concentrated anti-aging serum delivers redox signaling molecules for visibly smoother skin in under 30 minutes. The third step is replenish. Our Ultra Replenishing Moisturizer provides native hydration elements, pollution defense, and anti-aging actives for visibly youthful skin. Renew Advanced combines the best of science and nature. Mindful ingredient selection, safety, and efficacy guide our choices. No drastic measures needed, and there are no irritating ingredients that give only the illusion of improvement. Renew Advanced provides visible benefits in 30 minutes that build over time for a healthy, youthful appearance. We guarantee. Get your best skin back with Renew Advanced.
What did you think about that? I tell you what, when you get your skincare advanced system in the mail and you start putting it on and you actually feel the difference in how your skin feels, how it looks, how it sort of glows. One thing I noticed when I first got into this business is it seemed like everybody at these opportunity meetings just looked fantastic. They had this glow about them. And what I discovered actually later on was that's the ASEA. Not only are they excited about life, but the ASEA really rejuvenates and allows you to look younger and healthier. Which brings me to our next slide. ASEA can help you get younger looking skin so you feel gorgeous no matter what your age. It reverses the aging process. It's so fantastic. And the Renew 28 can tighten your skin so you feel totally confident and sexy in your bikini this summer. And I don't know about you, but I wouldn't mind feeling sexy in my bikini. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I just got a really bad picture. We're going to edit this out. Maybe you'll look good in your bikini. I would not look good in your bikini. All right? Now let's talk about some of the before and after results. You see this man put Renew 28 for 28 days on half of his face, and look at the difference. Just look at it for yourself. And what about this? Do you know anybody who could tighten up a few of these areas, who wouldn't feel better about themselves having these kind of results? What about those blemishes on your face or your neck, or your skin? What if you could tighten that skin again, like when you were younger, and get rid of some of those wrinkles, and get rid of some of those pop marks or those zits or whatever it is? Wouldn't that be fantastic? Wouldn't you feel better about yourself if you were able to do that? And here again, you can use it for almost anything. This works at the cellular level, guys. This product is incredible and will change your life when used on a regular basis. This Renew Advanced Skincare System is one of the most advanced skincare systems in the world. It works at the cellular level. When you get this and you look at the ingredients, you're going to be like, there's no way that can possibly work. And the moment you start using it, it works. Trust me, that's exactly the process my wife and I went through. Now that we've talked about the skincare, what is this business exactly? And for that, I'm going to introduce you to my friend Paul, who is going to really dive into where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as a customer, or do you see yourself as a associate or business partner in ASEA? Because at this point, hopefully you realize that the science of ASEA is incredible, and it's a product that's really going to change your life and make you feel gorgeous and better and confident about yourself. And if you do realize that, then this next video here from Paul is going to make a lot of sense.
So now that you understand why you need to be using the technology of ASEA, the decision you're going to need to make is, do you just want to receive the health benefits of ASEA and or Renew 28 for yourself, or would you like to help other people as well? If you just want the benefits of the products for yourself, then the person who invited you here tonight can show you how to purchase them either at retail or how to receive a 20% discount as a preferred customer. However, if you'd also like to help other people by referring this amazing technology to them, ASEA feels you should be compensated for your efforts. You can do this by becoming an ASEA associate. So let me share what that entails. In order to become an official ASEA associate, you want to enroll, activate, and subscribe. To enroll as an ASEA associate is going to cost you a whopping $40. And this is going to cover your welcome kit that has brochures, a getting started guide, sample tube of Renew 28, and a USB drive with all of the documents in electronic format. It's also going to include the setup of your replicated website and access to your virtual office where you can see all sales and associate business activities. Next, you want to select at least 100 PV worth of products to activate your position. This basically means at least one case of product. What our recommendation is, though, is to take advantage of one of the promo packs to receive the best value. I'll talk more about those on the next slide. Finally, be sure to set up your auto ship at the time of enrollment to take advantage of additional immediate rewards points that are only available if you sign up for auto ship at the time of enrollment. These extra points will allow you to receive free products faster. Now, let's take a look at the promo packs. There are 9 promo packs that are broken down into 3 categories: Redox supplement packages, Renew Advanced packages, and combo packages that have some of each product. I want to give you an example of one from each category, starting with the Personal Combo Pack 1. This package has 1 case of Renew supplement, 2 tubes of Renew 28 Revitalizing Redox Gel, the $40 welcome kit, and 6 free Renew 28 sample tubes, as well as 6 free Renew 28 brochures, which is a $30 value included for a total of $230. Next, I'd like to share with you the Family Value Combo Pack, which is our most popular package. And the reason for this is because it contains 2 cases of Redox supplement, 1 Renew Advanced Skincare Kit, and 1 case of Renew 28, all at a 10% discount under wholesale pricing. This package also includes the $40 welcome kit and an $80 Renew Advanced Intensive Redox Serum, which is an $80 value. So that brings the total savings to $170. Finally, the Entrepreneur Renew Advanced Pack is for those who are as serious as it gets and want to hit it hard with our Renew Advanced product line. There's over $400 worth of savings to help get your business off to a blazing fast start. And like I was mentioning, you want to be sure to sign up for AutoShip when you enroll, as this will get you more points with the Loyalty Rewards program. The more products you purchase, the faster you receive free products. Just by staying on AutoShip each month, you'll receive up to 20% rewards points. You'll also receive extra bonus points with your first enrollment order, as well as when your first month's AutoShip processes. tons of ways to get free product faster. So be sure to take advantage of all these great offers to save as much money as possible, but more importantly, to make sure you set yourself up for success.
So what did you guys think about that video? Pretty cool, huh? I tell you what, he does a great job of explaining that, and I'm so glad I had him do that and not me. But let's shift gears just a little bit, and I'm going to show you another video right here that ASEA made for athletes. So if you're an athlete, sit back, relax, and enjoy this part right here.
We can be broken down. Under a microscope, we can be reduced to a set of systems built on tiny cells. We can be broken down. Exercise tears muscles, tests every breath. Opposition challenges our strength, our belief, our desire. And we push back. We use that resistance to build strength. We use it to build stamina. We use it to understand ourselves. We use it to make setbacks our launch pads and obstacles our stepping stones. Ours is a story of recovery, of being broken down to rise up stronger, of turning stress to strength. This is more than a story of fitness. This is the story of life itself. We embrace the breakdown to enhance the buildup. We do it on hillsides, in the pool, and down city streets. We do it through fortitude, through ingenuity, and undeniably through our biology. Our cells are performance structures. While we're talking about our day, our cells are talking to each other, building, renewing, regenerating. At ASEA, this is what we know. This is what we do. So you can maintain the miracle of your body and know what you're made of. We all get broken down, and each of us faces the choice to surrender or rise up stronger.
Now, what'd you think about that, athletes? ASEA can give you a competitive edge. It can help you recover faster, which means building stamina and muscle faster. In athletics, a lot of times, those pros are not looking to enhance the build process, but reduce the recovery process. And that's exactly what ASEA will do for you. Now that you've seen what it can do for athletes, let's talk about, okay, JT, this sounds really good. How do I make money fast in this business? And for that, I'm going to refer you back to Paul. And this next training is a training that he put together that's called Getting to Director. And it's so good that I just want you to watch this video right now. Check it out. You're going to love it.
My name is Paul Tyra. Welcome to ASEA. First off, let me congratulate you on your decision to become a network marketing entrepreneur. The most powerful piece of advice someone once gave to me is to play full out. If you treat this business like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. However, if you treat it like a serious business, it'll pay you like a serious business. So take this fast start training seriously. Watch it over and over again until you're comfortable enough to teach it to someone else. By owning the information and executing its steps on a consistent daily or weekly basis, as you'll learn in the training, you can create financial freedom for you and your family over the next few years rather than over decades working for someone else at a job or building a traditional business. So, let's get started. In this first part of the training, I'm going to give you the basics to get your business off the ground quickly by returning your initial startup fees within your first 14 days. Just like in the television show, The First 48, what you do in your first 48 hours can be critical to your success. The first thing you should know is your support team. So ask the person who enrolled you who they are, and get their contact info. You should also download the weekly call schedule document, which will also have a list of great calls like the daily charge-up call and website resources like ateamsupport.com that will help you to build your business. Next, if you didn't do it at sign-up time, enroll in ABC. It stands for ASEA Business Coach, and go through the initial 15-minute setup process. If you're not going to be taking advantage of the ABC platform, then go through the success guide found in your welcome kit. Finally, set your roadmap goals. This is the Road to Bronze goal sheet. Fill in your name, your accountability partner's name, and your mentor's name in the upper right, and then fill in the dates you want to achieve the goals of hitting the ranks. Don't worry about learning every detail of each step right now. Just focus first on the activities necessary to hit director within your first week. Your first goal is to become a director by personally enrolling 2 people, one on your left and one on your right. You'll receive $20 per enrollment case. So if this person signed up with 1 case, you'd receive a $20 fast start bonus, plus 100 CV would get put in the team commission part of the plan. We'll talk more in detail about team commissions in the next training. Now, let's say the second person signed up with 4 cases. Then you'd receive $20 times 4, which equals $80. It's important to note that these and other commissions are paid on a weekly basis. So if you enrolled these 2 people before midnight Eastern time on Friday, you'd receive a minimum of $100 deposited into your account the following Thursday. And if you enroll these 2 people within your first 14 days, you'll receive a $50 director bonus check as well. So your first step in getting your first 2 enrollments would be to get educated in your first 48 hours and then to expose 20 people to ASEA the following 2 days, which is just an average of 10 people per day. After the initial exposure, it's critical to follow up with them using the ABC system or another prospect tracking system. One of the most powerful concepts to understand is that success loves speed. So let's now take a look at the specifics of what it's going to take to get you to your goals and how it can happen in a shorter period of time with less hours invested simply by working faster. Let's take a look at the math with basic enrollment statistics. First off, in order to get 20 signups, on average, you're going to need to present to 100 people. Next, in order to present to 100 people, you're going to need to make at least 125 appointments because you'll probably get at least 25 no-shows. In order to set 125 appointments, you're going to need to make approximately 300 phone calls, and in order to make 300 phone calls, you're going to need a list of approximately 500 people because some of the numbers won't be in service, people won't remember who you are, not interested, negative, etc. Now this example is someone who has not set the time urgency of completing this task within 30 days. In other words, someone who took months or maybe even a couple years to make all these calls. However, success loves speed and nobody wants to follow a dragger or a dabbler. I've seen people who are great communicators, very knowledgeable, but the people they spoke with got the impression that they were dabbling or moving slow, and so they weren't motivated to take action. If you do this within 30 days, your activity levels will be high and the results are much more powerful because not only will you have gotten more enrollments in a shorter period of time, your skill sets will be developing at a much higher level and rate, and you'll be setting the proper duplication pattern for your new associates. What that means is that you probably increased your conversion rate to 30 to 40%. So instead of having to present to 100 people, it'll probably be more like 60 to 70 people, which means you'll have to make approximately 90 appointments, which equates to about 150 calls. And this number is very accurate. 150 calls within 30 days should get you to your 20 enrollments. The longer you take, the more calls and presentations you will have to make because you'll be lacking urgency and excitement. And now we're looking at a list of 300 people versus 500 as a very realistic target to hit these goals. Now that you know the math, all you have to ask yourself is, am I willing to make 300 phone calls over the next 30 days in order to give me the potential to make a 6-figure income next year and to potentially create a passive income stream of hundreds or even thousands of dollars per month for me and my family? Only you know the answer to that. Now, even if you didn't find 20 or even 10. But let's say you're able to enroll 4 people in your first 2 weeks and everyone else was able to do the same. Here's what the potential would be. This example is based on everyone enrolling 4 people with one of our 4-unit promo packs, since these are our most popular packages that over half new enrollments are getting started with. This example also assumes that the people are being put into the team commission part of the plan in a balanced ratio, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. So let's take a look at what you'd earn for doing this. Since you receive $20 per enrollment case, when someone purchases a 4-case package, you receive $80 in Fast Start bonuses per person for a total of $320. Also, since you enrolled an active associate on your left and right within your first 2 weeks, you would receive a $50 director bonus. And because you had a total of 800 points of volume on your left and 800 points of volume on your right, in the team commissions part of the plan, you would receive $80 in team commissions and also achieve the rank of Director 300 at a minimum. Also, because you enrolled 4 associates or preferred customers with at least 800 points of volume amongst all of them, you completed a fast forward promo and received $130 of free product. So the bottom line is that you would receive $580 total in commissions and product value, which, in essence, returns your initial startup fees so you can already start to be profitable beginning in week 3. Most traditional businesses don't start showing a profit for years, let alone to mention just a few weeks. Now, in the second 2 weeks, the 4 people you enrolled each found their 4. So you would earn $320 in team commissions, bringing your first month total earnings to $900 and making you a minimum of Director 700. Now, in the third 2 weeks, 64 people come in, and here's what your earnings would look like. $1,280 in team commissions, $256 in check matching commissions, $2,405 in executive momentum pool commissions if you're receiving the maximum gold payout. And this would bring your total for your third 2 weeks to $3,941.50. And you also went bronze, then silver, and then achieved the rank of gold executive all in this 2-week time span. Your grand total for 6 weeks would be $4,841.50. Okay, let's go to the final 2 weeks in my example here. 256 people come in, and here's what you would earn. First off, on team commissions, you would earn $5,120. Next, on check match, you'd earn $1,536. And on the fast track executive momentum pool, you can earn up to $5,413.50 and be at the rank of double diamond if you had 2 more Director 300 legs, bringing your fourth 2-week total to $12,069.50. And this would put you at a total of $16,911 for your first 2 months in business. Now, I've never seen this happen in this perfect fashion. But what if only half of it came to fruition? What if only a third of it did? That's still over $5,000 that you would have deposited into your bank account, and you'd probably be at hundreds or even thousands of dollars of monthly residual income at this point. And I think that even if this took 6 months or even a year or even more, okay, that most people would feel it was definitely worth their time. Next thing you want to do right away is to start using the products, preferably both ASEA Redox Supplement and the Renew Advanced products. Be sure to take before pictures, follow the product usage guide, and track your results. And finally, have a sense of urgency. Don't wait until tomorrow. Don't allow yourself to be distracted. Do it now. Big leaders are born at big events, and our annual convention is our biggest of the year. Make the commitment to be at the next convention, and it will put into motion you're taking the actions and steps necessary to be as successful as possible by then. It's kind of like buying an airline ticket. Until you buy the ticket, you're not really committed. So go to ASEAGlobal.com, put your mouse over Events at the top there, and then click on Convention to register today. In the last part of our Fast Start training, I'd like to share with you what will probably be the most important element of your success. And that's getting you to understand that if you want things to change, you are going to have to change. If you keep thinking like your broke, unhappy friends, you're going to end up having their lifestyle. The first step in adjusting your mindset is to know why you are doing this business and to write it down and to look at it on a daily basis. Some of these reasons might include having a nicer home or a nicer car, maybe paying for your child's education or even traveling more. How about giving back to charitable organizations? Or maybe it's something more along the lines of just having more time to spend with your loved ones. I think that the bottom line is that we all want to have the freedom to choose what we want to do when we want to do it. Albert Gray said that the secret of success of every person who has ever been successful lies in the fact that they form the habit of doing things others don't like to do. Now, this doesn't mean you can't like what you're doing. It just means that you're going to have to train yourself to like to do something that might be a little bit uncomfortable at first. This is one of the foundational building blocks of a champion. Champions don't walk away from uncomfortable activities. They eat them for breakfast. When United States Marines start out boot camp, push-ups, sit-ups, etc., they're very painful and highly regretted. However, by the time Marines graduate boot camp, they look forward to doing them because they know how strong their bodies are and that they could go on forever. The reason they were able to endure the physical and mental pain initially was because their why was either to have the title United States Marine or they didn't want to be known as a failure because they quit. Anytime things get tough with your ASEA business, pull out your own why and ask yourself, am I going to push through and learn to become the person I need to become so I can have the life that I want? Or am I going to be known as a quitter? Just keep telling yourself that today you will do what others won't, so tomorrow you can have what others don't. To give a great illustration of activity and the results it can generate, I like to use the experience of industry legend Bill Britt, which is very typical amongst those who have earned over $1 million in the industry. Bill said that he presented his business opportunity to 1,200 people. 900 said no, and only actually 300 signed up. Out of the 300 that did sign up, only 85 did anything. Out of the 85, only 35 of them were serious, but 11 of them made him a millionaire, actually a multimillionaire. Now, we know that one of the most important things to do is to have a high burst of activity in your first few months. However, after that, even if you just set a consistency goal of speaking to 2 people per day, that would end up to equating to 730 people over the course of 1 year. Even if you weren't very good and only had a 5% enrollment rate, that would equate to 36 enrollments. But if you were really good, it could be 175 enrollments. Now, 3 people per day would be 1,095 for the year, equating to between 54 and 262 enrollments. And 5 people per day, only working 5 days a week, so you took the weekends off, that would be 1,200 people for the year and 60 to 288 enrollments. And even if those numbers took 2, 3, or even 5 years to achieve, I think you'd still say it was worth the results you received. I don't know anyone who's made that amount of contacts and wasn't happy with their results. To further illustrate this concept of having to go through a lot of failures before achieving success, here's one of my favorite quotes. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. And this was stated by one of the greatest basketball players of all time, Michael Jordan. To reinforce this concept of having to kiss a lot of frogs to find a prince, or to have a lot of girls try on a glass slipper to find a princess, I have this concept here is just a core success principle that never changes. I clipped an article when Kobe Bryant broke the NBA record for shots that he missed. Just a few weeks later, this was the headline. Lakers' Kobe Bryant passes Michael Jordan on NBA's all-time scoring list. This is the same guy. Once again, illustrating the concept of failing your way to the top. And so to close, I'll leave you with this final thought from Bob Moawad. You can't leave footprints in the sands of time if you're sitting on your butt. And who wants to leave butt prints in the sands of time? Okay, everyone, it's time to get busy and begin your journey on achieving your goals and dreams, because with ASEA, your time is now.
What do you guys think of that video? If you're not excited about ASEA and this opportunity now, we're not quite done, but we're getting close to wrapping this up. And I'm sure you've got these questions. Well, I don't know if I could do it, all this stuff. When you see the gift that we have for you at the end of this, you're going to very quickly realize that anyone can do this, including you. Now, before we go any further, I want you to hear from Tyler Norton, one of the founders of ASEA. And he's going to talk to you about the heart and soul, the core of ASEA. And I think you're going to really enjoy this.
The topic I love to speak about most inside this company is without a doubt the ethos, the spirit of our culture and of our whole company. If culture is this circle, ethos is the very center of culture. It's the most defining, most distinguishing, and most differentiating spiritual elements of a company. If a company's a body, then it should have a spirit, and its spirit should be defined at its core by its ethos. I feel like we live in a corporate world where everyone talks about results, but not how we get the results. The ASEA ethos really teaches us how we get the results is actually as important as the results themselves. How we interact with people, how we think about and treat others, and really how we try to impact the world. That's the ASEA ethos. It's the beliefs that really help to drive the results. When companies' core values start to actually take shape in people's behavior, in their beliefs, in their characteristics, when people actually start acting in a way that's in alignment with these values that are stated, that's when the ethos comes to life. And that's when impact and difference starts to happen all around the world.
What did you think about that? Are those values and morals in that idea of the ethos something that you can attach yourself to? A company that you want to be a part of? It's really incredible how Tyler does that presentation. And as you come into ASEA, you're going to realize that you're part of that family and that culture and that ethos. And when you start to do some of those things with the Advancing Life Foundation and whatnot that ASEA has founded, it really is incredible. And you do, when you come into this business, become a part of that culture and that family. Now, we're almost finished here, and I believe that you have enough information to make a decision. But some of you may not. Some of you may be sitting on the sideline. I don't know. I still don't know if I could do this. Well, get back to the person who shared this presentation with you and ask them any of the questions that you wrote down today that weren't answered in the chat box, because this is an incredible opportunity. And in case you can't tell, I'm very passionate about sharing it with you. And I'm sure that whoever shared this with you cares about you too. So get back to them, ask them any questions that you have. Now, before you take off, I just want to give you a gift. I told you at the beginning I was going to give you a gift, and I want to say thanks for staying to the end of this presentation. You know, you are in the top 5% because you stayed to the end of this presentation. I don't know if you were watching the counter on the webinar, but a lot of people fell off when we started talking about how much it cost to start this business. And when you really start to think about it, if you were to start your own business, and I've started, built, and sold several businesses. There is no business that I've ever seen that you can get started with a full business plan and business model and training in place for this low of a price. I mean, it's just, you can't do it. And that's the incredible value that is network marketing and the opportunity that is ASEA. So when you register for this webinar, you received an opt-in form from my mailing list. And that's your gift. Opt into our mailing list, and what you're going to get is our 90-day training for free, whether you join ASEA or not. Now, in that 90 days, you're going to see some specific ASEA training, but there is so much value packed into that training. It is so focused on your growth and your personal development that I can't even put a price tag on it. I don't sell it. I don't sell it because I think if I sold it and I put a price tag on it when I gave it away for free to people who come and see this webinar, I would have some very angry people with me because of the value that is in this training. So that is my gift to you. I call that my Diamond Development Program. And I can't take full credit for that because I did not create that entire training. You're going to see people like Eric Worre. You're going to see people like Robert Kiyosaki. You're going to see Brendan Bouchard. You're going to see all kinds of experts in our industry and in personal development, Tony Robbins, performance coaches. You're getting all this training that we put together in one place for you that has tremendous value. And the one thing I would say is when you get on that mailing list and you get those emails, look at them. They don't do you any good. We have a little brief description and some bullet points in the email, and then you watch a video. That's it, guys. Bullet points, and you watch a video, and you do that every single day, and I promise you, after 90 days, you won't recognize who you are because that program is specifically put together in an order that will develop you at a rate that you didn't even know you could do. It will develop your mind and your actions so quickly you won't even know what happened to you. So, there you go. That is our gift to you for staying to the end of this presentation. Now, again, just get back to the person who shared this with you. And if this opportunity is right for you, join our team today. Thank you. And this is JT wishing you the best of everything.